Agatha, what's a 5-letter word meaning from now until midnight, ending in Y?
Today.
Today.
What a waste. There's a million girls in this city, and you go to bed at 10 o'clock.
First, I have my eggs, and then we have these one-sided conversations.
I think it's a crying shame. A handsome man should be out dancing at night, not sleeping. Whatever became of the rumba?
Same thing that happened to the gavotte.
I used to love to do the rumba. Scum da da da, chicka chicka boo, chicka chicka boo, do 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 do, do do.
Yes, I think scrambled eggs would be nice.
I still say, a healthy single man should be out until dawn.
Which is exactly what this healthy single man did the night before last.
That doesn't count. You were on a case.
I'll get it.
I'll get it. Probably Mrs. Freelander. You don't want in on the football pool.
Yeah.
Coming. Two things she does well. Collect money and lean on doorbells. Yes?
Is the commissioner in?
Well, he's having breakfast. Won't you come in?
I won't be disturbing him.
You are disturbing me. And I love it.
Oh, Matt.
Agatha, I think the toast is burning.
What toast?
Mac, have you heard about Vanessa?
Who?
Vanessa Vale. I just came from the morgue. They called me down there to identify her.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, it was. It was just horrible. She was wearing the same housecoat that I'd photographed her in just last week. And that lovely amethyst ring.
Come on, Georgie, sit down. Let me get you some coffee.
No, it's all right. It just doesn't make any sense to say that that beautiful creature killed herself. Well, I mean, she had everything. Just 6 months ago, she signed a $250,000 modeling contract.
How well did you know her?
Fairly well. I'd used her often as a model. I mean, she was a photographer's dream. She had incredible bone structure and magnificent cheekbones.
Even beautiful girls get depressed.
Oh, no, not Vanessa. But I mean, she would get depressed, yes, but she just wasn't the type to jump off of a building.
After every suicide, somebody is bound to say he or she wasn't the type.
Yes, but Mac, this isn't just somebody saying it. This is me, Georgie.
Would you feel better if I looked into this?
Would you?
Well, do what I can.
Oh, you're beautiful.
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
All right, at lunch today.
Oh, well, no, I don't think I can.
Oh, no, you can pick me up at 1:30. Oh, you are a darling, Mac. I just knew that I could count on you. Poor Vanessa. Thanks, Mac. I'll see you later.
How did you ever let that one get away?
I'm beginning to wonder that myself. Charlie?
Good morning, Commissioner.
How's it going?
Terrible. I've gained 5 pounds in 2 weeks.
That's known as the executive syndrome.
Well, I never knew the paperwork could be that fattening.
What are you working on?
The Vanessa Vale case.
Gotta see what you have.
Sure. Come on in. It's almost closed. Commissioner, would you care for a dietetic sour ball?
No, thank you. I'll have one of these.
It keeps your mind off of smoking, sir. Thank you.
The Vanessa Vale case?
Well, there isn't much to tell, really. Chief Paulson's pretty sure it was a suicide.
Well, I know somebody who would argue that one. Somebody a lot prettier than Chief Paulson. On the other hand, Chief Paulson is a commanding figure in his own right.
What about the Vanessa Vale case?
Oh, just wondering.
Well, you don't have to, Commissioner. It's under control. What's holding up the medical examiner's report?
I was just getting right on that, Chief.
If you don't stay right on top of them, nothing ever gets done.
Well, it's a good thing we got you, Chief. But are you sure it was suicide?
Commissioner, take my word for it. The lady's boyfriend gave her the brush off. She got depressed, took a dive. Simple.
What about the apartment? Any sign of forced entry?
Not a scratch. And, no note. But they don't always leave notes.
Time of death established?
3 eyewitnesses and a smash wristwatch. Lieutenant?
Yes, Chief. Right here, sir.
No, that's pretty conclusive. On or about 12:20 a.m.
I'll have the rest of it nailed down before noon.
What about the lady's boyfriend?
Francois Balmain, 26, of French nationality. Seems to be an avant-garde filmmaker when he's employed, which he isn't right now. Let's see. 2 arrests for vagrancy, 1 for marijuana. Oh, and wanted for a deportation hearing.
That sounds like a pretty good catch for her.
We located his apartment. He wasn't there. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's involved in anything.
Did he leave any clothes?
They're gone. Okay, I've got that apartment staked out.
What?
I think Chief Paulson was just about to tell you about Mrs. Roberts, sir.
Okay. She's a neighbor. She saw Balmain enter the Vale apartment sometime between 10 and the time of death.
Oh, well, that's a little vague. Did she see him leave?
She doesn't know. She isn't sure of anything. She's a lush. And she's the only one to put anybody else in that apartment even around the time.
Well, still, if her boyfriend might have been there, don't you think it might be a...
Put out an APB on Francois Balmain.
That light area you see around the hairline, Commissioner, is sort of a clay. It's this stuff. It's the remains of a cosmetic beauty mask. Those particles were taken out of the hair of the deceased.
You mean she plastered her face with a beauty mask and then jumped 15 stories?
That's weird. A beauty treatment right before you're going to kill yourself doesn't make any sense.
No.
I've stopped trying to deal with sense. I just deal with the facts.
What about this mark on her back?
Oh, come on, Mac. 15 stories? That's a lot of impact.
Yeah, but she landed on her face.
That's right, on the face.
Well, the scraper's on her back.
Well, maybe she slipped climbing over the wall. Maybe she clipped something on the way down. Mac, I'm not prepared to guarantee that she was in perfect shape before she jumped.
Commissioner, is it true that you're personally stepping into the Vanessa Vale investigation?
Sorry, Clifton.
Possible homicide?
Only if you don't get out of my way.
But you don't deny it?
You heard the commissioner.
Do you deny it, Commissioner?
No comment. Next car, please.
But, Commissioner, all I'm trying to do is find out what this is all about.
She landed 47 feet from the building line, which means that she must have gone out about right here.
Look.
What?
Glass. Remember watch crystal I'll bet you. You got some to play?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll check that out at the lab. Now, if it is... Yeah. If it is her watch crystal, how does she jump over and smash her watch at the same time?
You're asking me. I don't know.
Now, look at this. This plant holder. I'll bet that's what she hit her back on.
Yeah?
Look here. Hits it like so.
Right.
Smashes her watch right here.
Uh-huh.
And goes over backwards.
It's very possible.
You don't jump over a balcony backwards, you get pushed over. Now all we have to do is prove it.
She's beautiful, but she sure does like to look at herself.
Mm-hmm.
this?
Expensive.
Look.
Test shots, Vanessa Vale. Photography, FB.
Francois Belmont.
The boyfriend. We ought to run this stuff. Look, here's a projector.
All right.
Straight?
Yeah.
Well, what's going on here? Nobody's supposed to be in here. The girl that lives here lived here.
You must be Mrs. Roberts.
You're the police.
I'm Commissioner McMillan. This is Sergeant DiMaggio.
No relation.
To whom?
To Joe DiMaggio.
I thought you were no relation to Howard DiMaggio. He's the West Coast Wine and Spirits, you know.
Could you tell us anything about Francois Belmont?
He's the boyfriend. He was in this apartment and he left here last night. I told the other policeman that.
You said he left after 10. I was hoping that now that you thought about it,
Oh, I have.
you could be more precise.
Well, now that I've thought about it, maybe it was before 10. Maybe it wasn't even last night. I get so involved in my wine tasting.
We understand.
But he definitely was here recently. Yelling and screaming.
Yelling and screaming about what?
You know, the way they behave together. Kiss, kiss, lovey-dovey. And then 10 minutes later, he'd be throwing things. Ah, the way young people behave today. If they just would have wine with their meals. Oh, why don't you both come back to my apartment? I'm tasting the Napa Valley today.
No, thank you, Mrs. Roberts. Shouldn't this food be refrigerated?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. You know, I don't know what all the fuss is about. Is it a crime to kill yourself without a license? Goodbye to you both. Nice meeting you.
Hello. Oh, hi, Lieutenant. Yeah, it's Lieutenant Enright. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him, Lieutenant. Bye-bye. Sir, it's about Francois Belmont. He's up in a flea bag on Union and Polk Streets. And there's some guy there with him now. A black and white is on its way.
Help me up. Take the stairs. He went in there. Go back down and head him off.
There's a lot of exits out of that building. I don't know where he went. Uh-oh.
He got away, Commissioner.
Oh, good. Otherwise, I'd have to ask a lot of questions and write down all the answers. What about his friend?
He's still up in the apartment, I think.
Tell me,
Is there a law against giving shelter to a former friend?
You knew he was wanted, didn't you?
Yes.
It's called harboring a fugitive.
So what are you going to do? You going to arrest me?
Depends.
On whether I inform?
On whether you cooperate. By giving us information which, whatever your former friend did or did not do, may save his life.
Look, we made films together. He understood the camera and how to make a statement with it. We made films that really meant something. And then?
And then he met Vanessa.
Yes, and then he met Vanessa. And she taught him how to make pretty pictures. She put dollar signs in front of his eyes. Before he'd even had a chance to perfect his talent, she made him go commercial. He was going to have a big name, fast and cheap.
And he went for that.
And he went for her. I mean, can you blame him? She was gorgeous.
Yes, she was.
But I knew it wouldn't last.
Why?
Because he finally got tired of her, and then he found another girl.
Who?
I don't know her name. I told you, Francois and I haven't been very close lately. But he did say that there was another girl, and that's what he and Vanessa were arguing over last night. And that when he left, she was screaming at him. And then we heard this morning that Vanessa was dead, and that later your people showed up, and Francois took off.
You know where he went?
No. And if I did...
And if you did, you'd tell us. And if he gets in touch with you, you better tell him to turn himself in, because if he killed Vanessa, or if he didn't kill Vanessa, he's liable to get himself shot.
Look, you came home to relax and have a cup of coffee. So why are you working? What? Oh, you're not working. Hey, that's what I call a real looker. That's Vanessa Vale.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I give you a little advice?
Gonna get some, aren't I?
Go after a live one.
All right. Hold on a second. I'll check the negative. Right.
Poor baby. She wasn't pie to work with, but she was dynamite in front of the camera.
I'm going to miss her.
Oh,
I'm not. But I won't be the only one.
what is that supposed to mean?
If the shoe fits.
Well, I'll miss her. She was always very sweet to me. And besides, she had great taste in men. I wonder who'll get custody of Francois.
Beulah has dibs, don't you, love?
We are not amused.
He's talented, that Francois.
And rude, arrogant, intense.
And sexy as all get out.
Yes, Vanessa certainly had everything.
All that, and Murray's star, too.
What man can make, man can break.
Do you think Murray changed his mind about her, and that's why she,
I think maybe his wife changed it for him.
That's cheap. Mr. Starr had no personal interest in Vanessa. She was obsessed with Francois, and Mr. Starr respected that.
Oh, dear, Muddy. Mr. Starr.
I think you're all horrible. Vanessa not even buried yet. I won't listen to another word of this.
Oh, Mac, that was Beulah Harrington playing friend of the deceased, and not too convincingly.
Oh, I'm right on time.
I'll just go up and get my jacket. Meg, would you please introduce our guest?
A pleasure. Hi. Been
Meg,
too long.
Long time. Is that Vanessa?
Yes. Those were for the brochure. Murray Starr built his whole campaign around her. She was his personal discovery.
How personal?
Personal. This is Guy Bregan, the art director.
How do you do?
And Ernie Hovings, the account executive for Star Cosmetics.
How do you do?
And this is Mac, Commissioner Stuart McMillan.
Commissioner?
Police commissioner, and my date for lunch.
We were just discussing the Vanessa Vale suicide.
Yes, we don't understand why she killed herself.
Perhaps she didn't.
She might have been murdered?
You mean somebody pushed her off that balcony?
Excuse us, but I've made a reservation for lunch, and I'm afraid we're going to be late.
Obviously for two. Right, Commissioner?
Nice meeting you.
You have the feeling you're not being wanted.
Shall we?
Georgie, I'm going to have to take a rain check.
Oh, Mac.
Business.
Okay, but you owe me.
Agreed.
Dinner here tonight, 7:30, and no more rain checks.
You're beautiful. Commissioner? You do? Come in. Thank you. You're here about Vanessa? Yes, you were close friends, weren't you? People say I created Vanessa. I invented Vanessa. I fashioned her in all her beauty out of a naive, untutored young woman. We became good friends. Of course, she had other friends. How she fixed her enemies?
None that I know of. Does it have to be an enemy? What about a burglar, housebreaker?
No, that's unlikely. A burglar would have stolen her jewelry. There was expensive photographic equipment.
Balmain stuff.
Do you know him?
I told you she had other friends. Francois Balmain was one of them. He photographed her well. She never realized it was impossible not to.
I take it you don't care for Mr. Balmain.
More important, I knew he was bad for Vanessa, wasting her time, her talent. The irony is that yesterday at lunch, she finally saw the light. She was going to break up with him. Say, you don't think that I had anything to do with it?
How does your wife feel about Vanessa?
A good question. I wish I could answer it. I never asked her.
And she never volunteered.
My wife and I have an understanding. We respect each other's identity and each other's associations.
Very progressive. Still, I'd like to talk to her.
Why not, as soon as she gets back from Caracas? She left last Friday.
I take it she wasn't here then when... how about you, Mr. Starr?
When Vanessa was killed. Aren't you supposed to read me my rights before?
Well, you do have the right to remain silent in the event that you waive...
Forget it. I was taking a drive last night.
After midnight?
Some people do drugs, some do booze. I do driving late at night. It relaxes me.
You stop any place?
I never stop anywhere.
Not even for gas?
You know, you're right. I did stop for gas.
Where?
Just off the Bayshore Freeway, I guess.
You guess?
I didn't write it down.
No, of course not. Thank you, Mr. Starr. We'll, check it out.
I'm sure you will.
Unless, of course, there was somebody with you to back up your story.
Sorry.
You were alone.
I sometimes am.
Do you remember this one?
You were a lot younger then.
You weren't.
You're sweet. You know, that was the first picture that I ever had published. I guess you were lucky for me.
Come a long way, Georgie.
I hope you're in the mood for ceviche.
Huh?
Ceviche. It's raw fish. Don't you like raw fish?
Did you make it?
Of course I made it.
Then I'll love it.
Good. Then I'll eat the steak.
Well, I don't want to deprive you.
Then don't.
Cheers.
Oh,
Mm. It's good to see you laugh.
I haven't much today, have I?
Vanessa's death hit you pretty hard, didn't it?
Yeah, I still can't believe she's gone. Makes me look at everybody in a funny way. Hate myself for my own suspicions. Well, Beulah, for instance. Oh, Mac, this is shameful, but she seems to be the only one. Well, I mean, she's going to get Vanessa's contract. I don't like to say it, but...
You mean Beulah is the only one who will benefit from Vanessa's death?
Yeah. $250,000. Tons of publicity. And the way I hear it, a new patron.
New patron?
Murray Starr.
Did Beulah have anything to do with Francois?
Oh, no, never. But that wasn't Beulah's fault. Anything that was Vanessa's, Beulah wanted. You. Mac, what are you thinking about? Don't say it's me.
It's not you.
Oh, what a terrible thing to say. It's her, isn't it?
With those eyes. What's behind those eyes?
Oh, there's everything behind those eyes. That's what made Vanessa what she was. It's not all there in those stills. You'd have to see the way she smiled, the way she moved.
Right.
Where are you going?
To the movies.
Great. You know how long it's been since I've seen a good film?
Alone.
What?
I won't be long. Will you trust me?
Francois?
Please, don't hurt me. Take anything you want.
Vanessa?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Okay. I'll go first. I'm investigating a murder.
Whose?
Yours.
I'm sorry, I just don't follow you.
Where have you been?
Up in the Sierras. I have a cabin there.
And I suppose there's no television or radio.
No electricity, as a matter of fact.
Otherwise, you'd have heard about your own death. At 12:20 last night, someone was pushed off of your balcony.
Oh, no! Oh, my God!
It was Louise.
Who is Louise?
Louise Sherrill. She's my best friend. She's a travel writer. Whenever she's in town, she stayed with me.
Could she have worn your clothes?
We shared all the time.
But who would want to kill Louise?
Maybe nobody wanted to kill Louise.
But somebody. You mean somebody thought it was me?
Did anybody know you were out of town?
Only Louise. She called me about 20 minutes before I left. I told her she'd have the place to herself. I wanted to get away. There was something I wanted to think through.
Did anybody see you when you drove to your cabin?
There's no road, just an airstrip. I flew up myself. The plane's on long-term loan from a friend.
Murray Starr? You know, Vanessa, in investigating your murder, I've learned a great deal about you. I feel as though I know you. Yes?
Commissioner, yeah, I've got a gas station attendant here who says that he remembers seeing Starr last night about midnight.
Was he alone?
No. No, according to the attendant, he was with a dynamite brunette.
He's sure it was Starr.
Well, he identified his picture.
Okay, thanks.
You don't suspect Murray Starr?
The only person I rule out is Mrs. Starr. Anybody who as much as knew you is under suspicion. Guy Bragan, Ernie Hoving, even Georgie.
No. But if you want a candidate, try Aaron Leacock. The director, he hates me.
Let's talk about Francois.
Francois. He's got to be told I'm all right. Have you talked to him, too?
No, but I've tried. He's on the run.
But why would he?
Usually people who are on the run have something to hide.
Or if they're afraid someone will suspect them. Francois' no angel, Commissioner. But he's no killer. He does have a criminal record. And we had a fight last night.
What about?
The usual. Marriage. He wanted to. I didn't. Then he told me we either get married right away or we split. That's why I wanted to go away and think it through. It's all my fault. If I hadn't gone away...
Well, we gotta get you out of here. Somebody, we don't know who, thought he killed you. Killed your friend instead. But he or she doesn't know that. I'd like to keep that advantage. I want you to play dead. Hide out, disappear.
Hide out? Where? Back at my cabin?
No. Back at my cabin.
Agatha! Agatha!
Hi, Commissioner.
Take your coat.
Oh. I'm not seeing what I'm seeing.
You are seeing. But you're not telling what you're seeing. Nobody's to know she's alive.
Vanessa.
Now, she's going to be staying with us for a while. I want you to prepare the guest room.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Is that the best arrangement you could make? Wait, you...
How about a drink?
No, thanks. I feel kind of drained. I think I'll just get a bit of sleep.
Okay. Talk tomorrow. Vanessa. Did anybody else beside Louise have a key to your apartment?
Francois.
Good night.
Still not right. The drape isn't hanging properly. Can't you see it's loose in all the wrong places? Ugh, not that tight. Now I can't breathe. It looks awful.
Miss Harrington?
Yes? Commissioner?
Ma'am, do you think you could stick pins into somebody else for a while?
I could, but my heart wouldn't be in it.
Miss Harrington.
Call me Beulah.
Beulah. According to your statement, you were in bed when Vanessa Vale was murdered.
That's right. But of course, I don't have any witnesses, Commissioner.
How about the gas station attendant who saw you with Murray Starr?
In my bedroom?
No, at the station. You do remember being out with Murray Starr, don't you?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure whether you were in your own bed or out driving around with Murray Starr? It's very interesting. Because you were at a gas station not far from Vanessa's apartment somewhere around midnight. Vanessa was murdered at 12:20.
You don't think I... You can't possibly.
When all else fails, Beulah, try the truth.
Yes, I was with him. But we never went near that building. And just because we were together doesn't mean there's anything between us. I got this letter, and I called him because I thought he ought to see it. That's why we were together that night.
What kind of letter?
A letter accusing me of having an affair with Murray Starr. It was a threatening letter.
Of course, it wasn't signed.
No, but I was pretty sure who it was from.
Murray Starr's wife?
Mm-hmm. Murray tore it up and threw it away. He said I should just forget it.
He told me they had a very progressive relationship.
That's what Murray always said. But I guess deep down, Jenny Starr had her pride.
Was that all, Beulah?
That's all, Commissioner. Swear it.
I guess so. I'll be better when you're here, though.
I ought to be home in about 45 minutes.
Tell him I'm making a banana souffle.
Mac, Agatha said to tell you she's making you a banana souffle.
Yes, I heard. And tell her I'm only coming home for lunch, not to a state banquet. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
You ready?
Oh, what? For what?
Well, something elegant yet unpretentious would be fine. I'm not particular.
Oh, lunch.
Yeah, our date, remember?
Well, Georgie, something's come up.
Oh, well, you can tell me about it over my lobster salad, darling. I'm starved.
I've got to cancel. I've made an appointment.
Oh, it must be terribly important. Break it.
I can't.
Oh, now, Mac, what business could be more important than me?
Oh, Georgie, you're not being fair.
No, of course I'm not. But good little sport that I am. Why don't I drop you off?
Oh, no, it's way out of your way. Besides, I have my own car. Thanks.
Oh, no, it's no trouble at all. Where are you going?
Georgie, I'm going home for lunch.
Oh, how quaint. How marvelously old-fashioned of you. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't I go along?
I said it was business.
Yes, I know what you said. And now you listen to me. I called Agatha a little while ago because I wanted to find out your favorite restaurant around here so I could surprise you and take you to lunch. And she hemmed and she hawed, and she finally told me not to bother because you wouldn't be able to make it. And the way I piece it together is that you've got a romantic little tryst waiting for you back at your apartment during my lunch hour. And don't try to tell me about her, Commissioner. I don't want to know.
What was that?
Oh, just a little attack of jealousy.
Well, I guess it's nice to know that somebody cares, sir.
Oh, thank heavens you're here. I've been trying to get you all day.
Your banana souffle fell.
She's gone. Vanessa, gone. Oh, I was in the kitchen whipping up my banana souffle, just talking about this and that, and she was in here on the phone.
You mean you were talking to her while she was talking on the phone?
Oh, you know how I do that.
Yes, I do know.
Then when I realized she wasn't answering me, I figured she was just ignoring me. You know, like you do sometimes when you're on the phone.
I'm sorry.
Don't mention it. Anyway, when I came in here, she was just gone.
Do you know who she was talking to?
Well, she sounded very weepy, like she was pleading with somebody. I figured an ex-husband.
No, she's never been married.
Well, why was she crying?
Do you remember anything she said?
That would be eavesdropping.
Do you remember anything she said?
Well, before she left, I looked in, and she was saying, please, you've got to tell me. I'll do anything. I'll do any... I think she said, I'll do a walk-on for you. I'll do a cameo bit. I'll get you a release. Does that make any sense?
Come in. No, financing is no problem. And we'll have a Arnold, I'll talk to you later. All right, what do you want?
Congratulations.
On what?
I hear you're going to make a picture. Vanessa going to be in it?
Maybe.
Wrong answer. You're supposed to say, are you crazy? Vanessa's dead. You knew she's alive, didn't you? You knew we were investigating a murder. Why didn't you tell us?
I didn't tell my mother either.
Withholding information? Harboring a fugitive? Adds up to a felony. Now, if I make one little phone call, you won't make your picture for quite some time. Where's Francois?
I don't know. He calls in every now and then, but he never tells me where he is. And that's the truth.
DiMaggio, any messages?
Oh, yes, sir. A lady called here for you. She said it was important, but she wouldn't leave her name. Said for you not to worry, that you'd understand.
And of course, she didn't say where she was.
No, sir. But wherever it is, there was an engine in the background. What, a boat? Maybe a race cars?
A plane?
Well, not a jet plane, sir. A jet goes, not,
A private plane?
Maybe.
Thanks, Sergeant. Out, Vanessa. What do you think you're doing? You're going up to the cabin, aren't you? Francois up there.
He left a message for me on my answering machine.
He finds out you're still alive, and his first move is to get you to go up to an isolated mountain cabin? What does that sound like to you?
He loves me, Mac.
Like hell he does.
Don't give me logic. He loves me, and I'm going up there.
All right. I'm going with you.
You'll arrest him?
I'll talk to him first. You're sure you can fly this thing?
I'm the Red Baroness. You've got to try to understand, Mac. Francois is hiding because he's afraid that the police will try to connect him with Louise's death.
Did he know her?
Well, they'd met, and he knew me, and he does have a police record. Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Elevator's gone. We've lost up and down control.
Hope you can land this thing.
If we're lucky, by jockeying the throttle and the trim tab.
any good.
Landing's the tough part. Cable. It snapped.
Mm-hmm.
How could that have happened?
How could it not happen? Most of the strands have been cut, see? Only one strand left.
Who?
Who do you think?
Francois?
He's the only one who knew you'd be flying this plane today.
Mac, I'm sorry about today. About running off without telling you.
I'll forget it.
People do funny things when they're in love.
Hmm.
When they think they are. I don't know what to think.
Why don't you get some rest?
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Yes.
Mac, I'm sorry to come barging in on you like this, but I just hope that you'll forgive me.
Oh, nothing to forgive.
Oh, well, then you're not angry with me for that dumb little tantrum I threw.
Of course not.
I didn't have any right to do that, did I?
Why don't we talk about this tomorrow? I've got a lot of things I have to do.
Georgie! Well, it's just like Grand Central Station, isn't it? I mean, with all of us meeting at the door at the same time, night all.
Something's going on.
Why don't we go see?
No. Somebody else is here.
Where? There's nobody here.
Well, then you won't mind if I take a look for myself?
Georgie, if you open that door, something in our relationship is going right down the drain. It's called trust.
Oh, Mac, now, I want to trust you.
It's your decision, not mine.
Oh, Mac, I'm sorry.
Georgie, I really have work to do.
All right, look, I don't want to bother you, but if there's anything that I can do to help, then please let me know.
I promise.
Well, it was a lovely evening, even though it didn't last long.
Good night.
Will you call me tomorrow?
I promise.
All right.
Oh, Georgie, you finish shooting your campaign
With Beulah?
tomorrow, don't you?
Right.
Well, why don't you have a party? Invite all your friends. Nothing elaborate.
Well, sure. What time?
Oh, 5-ish. Let's make it a cocktail party.
Right, done.
Terrific.
Now, you sure that you don't want to tell me what all this is
I'm
about?
positive.
Good night.
Good night.
I would like a glass of milk.
Kitchen's all yours.
Busy household. Mac, I just wanted to tell you how happy I am that I never opened that bedroom door.
Good night, Georgie.
Good night.
You better get out of here before I change my mind. Good night.
Good night.
I'm coming. Agatha. Oh, hi there. Sure, just a minute. Commissioner!
Right here. Agatha, do you realize that there are employers who would like to have their phones answered by something like, Commissioner McMillan's residence?
Well, you see, I say Agatha, and they know it's me. Then I put you on, and they know it's you. Oh, by the way, it sounded urgent. Sergeant DiMaggio.
Yes, Sergeant.
Aaron called in. Very cooperative.
Something about Francois?
Yes, sir. He's holed up in a furnished room at 3133 Olive Street, according to Aaron.
Got it.
Oh, Commissioner. Aaron had a special request for us. He said it's the reason that he's helping us out.
I know. Bring Francois back in one piece.
That's right.
Well, that's up to Francois.
Don't tell me you aren't going to have breakfast.
Okay, I aren't going to have breakfast.
Well, good. That's all the more for me. I like my cooking.
And speaking of cooking, if you lose Vanessa again, I'll boil you in oil.
Boiled Agatha. Ugh.
Read him his rights.
Oh, Commissioner, it's the French police. They're answering your inquiry.
Thank you. Send him in, please. Sit down, Francois. This telex is about you, Francois. One arrest for assault on a girlfriend. Another for starting a free-for-all at a rally. Another for instigating a night fight in a cafe. You're what the law might term violence-prone.
I'm flattered.
It could sway a jury.
I did not do anything to earn a jury.
Maybe. We know a witness who saw you leave Vanessa's apartment the night of the murder after a loud argument. Was it about Murray Starr? Was it jealousy? If you couldn't have her, nobody else could?
Sir, did you...
No, here. Huh? Suppose you left Vanessa's apartment and then came back and found her on the terrace. That was your opportunity. You could push her over the railing. When did you first find out you killed Louise, not Vanessa?
I did not kill anybody.
Where were you yesterday morning? You were supposed to be with Vanessa up at her cabin. You were the only one who knew she'd be flying. You cut the cable on her plane.
That's a very interesting story, Commissioner. Don't waste it. Sell it to the television.
Well, if I'm wrong, you could straighten me out.
Would you believe me? Would you believe a violence-prone, marijuana-smoking foreigner who does not conform to your bourgeois mentality?
Try me.
Believe what you want. You will anyway.
All right, Francois, thank you.
Meg, babe, you better get upstairs and get ready.
But they're early.
I know.
Murray, darling, you're early. But I'm so glad that you could make it.
It needs to be made right now as a drink.
Oh, fine. The bar's right over there. You look stunning, Beulah.
Thanks. Murray's pleased with the proofs.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Do you know, Georgie, they're not as good as the ones you did of me way back when.
Oh, but darling, I was younger then.
Beulah, have you seen the pictures? Are you happy?
Well, frankly, I've been shot better.
Next time we'll shoot you with the Colt 45.
So where to, sir? Georgie's place?
Oh, no, first to my apartment. Are you getting taller, or is it my imagination?
Oh, no. It's just the cushion. I had a rough time getting the department to issue it, but I told them it was for your comfort.
Your pillow is for my comfort.
Well, it's true in a way. You see, it's tough for me to drive with the seat pushed all the way back, and if the seat is not pushed all the way back, then there wouldn't be enough room for your legs.
Oh.
So if I sit on a cushion, then we're both about the same height.
Well, of course. That's the answer.
To what?
To what I saw and didn't see. Thank you, Sergeant.
For what?
For helping me solve a murder.
I think you're gonna love these shots. I've made Beulah look like an undergraduate.
Thank you.
More champagne for everybody.
And this is the young lady we're celebrating. Now, where are those photographs? I can hardly wait.
Just a minute. Meg, how we doing?
Coming right up.
Guy?
Right, love. Fabulous. Sensational. They're just great.
It's a triumph.
I told you so. Mac, darling, what a surprise. Am I overdoing it?
Just a little bit.
That's me, all right.
I'm sorry to ruin your party. Hello, Mr. Starr.
Commissioner?
Afternoon. Very nice.
Thank you.
Hello.
Commissioner?
Hi. But I did bring somebody to liven it up. Will you come in, please?
Vanessa, we thought you were...
Vanessa, this is your idea of a great show. It was very
She was my house guest.
Just had to sign another girl to a contract.
This is incredible. Why didn't you tell us all? This is incredible.
What I mean was some sort of a joke, Vanessa. Just had to sign another girl to a contract. And then
Called it.
Don't, Francois. Don't look at me like that. I didn't tell the police, Francois.
You didn't tell the police what?
I didn't tell anything.
Go on, tell him.
I didn't tell you the real reason I left town that night. We had an argument. Francois left. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't. It didn't matter anyway. He called. He warned me that if I didn't give up my career and if I didn't give up my friendship with Marie Starr, he said he'd kill me. He sounded crazy, like he was on something. He started screaming and he cursed at me. He said he was coming right over to settle things once and for all. I was frightened, so I hung up and got out of there as soon as possible. But he came back, and he killed the wrong person by mistake.
Lies. Lies. She's gone mad.
When I came back, you tried to kill me again. You cut the cable on my plane.
How can you believe that? It was true. We argued that night. But it was not about Mary Starr. It was about another woman. I was in love with her. Vanessa found out about it. I was her possession. She owned me.
Not a word of this is true.
I left her and her screaming. I went home, but she didn't let me rest. I got a phone call. She said if I was not back in 15 minutes, she was going to throw my camera in the incinerator. She knew what that camera was to me. So I came back. And outside the building, there were people. A man said somebody had fallen from the building. So I pushed through to take a look. It was Louise. It was Louise, you see. She was dead.
How could you be sure it was Louise?
The amethyst ring. I gave it to her. It was my grandmother's.
So Louise was the girl you were in love with?
Yes.
But that was Vanessa's ring. I photographed her wearing it.
No. Louise just loaned it to her for the pictures. She didn't know Louise was wearing my ring.
So you saw Louise, the girl you were in love with, dead, lying on the sidewalk, and then you just turned around and walked away?
All I could think about was myself. Saving my skin. Somehow I knew that she didn't just fall. That it could not have been an accident. That she had been pushed over that balcony. And I knew I would get the blame for it. My fingerprints all over Vanessa's apartment. My police record. Yes, I ran. For all the wrong reasons. But I am not a murderer.
He's lying. I never knew about him and Louise.
How tall are you, Vanessa?
5'4".
5'4". I'm 6'4", and yet when we sat in the plane together, our heads were the same level.
Maybe the seats are different.
No, you were sitting on a parachute.
I always do.
No, you don't. Because in the movie that Francois shot of you, you weren't wearing any.
I'm a very good pilot.
I know.
And a parachute, Mac, they're not really required. And anyway, the straps wrinkle my clothes.
Why were you wearing a parachute when I flew with you?
I don't know, I just did.
I'm saying you plotted to get rid of me. After leaving all your little clues lying around, you knew I'd show up at the airport. You were waiting for me. No, you wore a parachute because you cut the cable yourself. But you didn't know how long it would hold. Suppose it gave out when we gained higher altitude or flew over the Sierras. Then you'd have jumped and I, without a parachute, would have been killed.
Mac.
It's not difficult to explain. After all, I did insist on going with you. Very clever.
You can't really believe this.
Why would anybody want to kill me? Was I getting too close? That got me to thinking. Why did you leave those beauty mask instructions on the mirror? You didn't need them.
If Louise hadn't tried that mask...
You learned to use that stuff for the photography. You didn't leave them there. You put them there.
Why would I?
To get rid of Francois and Louise at the same time. And the only way you could get rid of them both was to frame him for her murder and make it look like an attack on you. That was very, very clever. It was.
Do something. You're my friend. Help me.
You don't need a friend, my darling. You need a lawyer.
Booker.
Thank you.
Georgie, if you open that door, something in our relationship is going to go down the drain. It's called trust.
Mac, now why couldn't you trust me?
I trust you with my life.
Well, then why couldn't you tell me about Vanessa?
Because a good cop keeps his mouth shut, especially to over-inquisitive, gorgeous blondes. Here, I need a drink.
No, you've had enough.
No.
Well, then you knew Francois wasn't guilty, even before you got the two of them together for that little showdown?
I found out 10 minutes before we got here. See, we were riding in the car. And...
Yeah.
Don't ask. If I can't have another drink, how about something to eat? I'm getting hungry.
I've got couscous cooking.
Huh?
Couscous.
Sounds plural.
Vanessa, wait. How wrong can you be about somebody? Well, I suppose the only thing that matters to me about a woman is her cheekbones. Now, with men, it's different. I think I'll shoot you photographically.
Oh, that's a relief.
Let's set up a date for a session. How about next Wednesday afternoon?
Do you work at night?
Oh, beautifully.
The commissioner's going to meet us at the plane on time, Mrs. McMillan?
Don't worry, Mildred. He'll be there.
Well, Sergeant, you can still change your mind and take your vacation with us.
Scotland's special to the commissioner, Mrs. McMillan. But the beach is better at Acapulco.
If you like one beautiful day after another.
This is Commissioner McMillan. Police Unit Y33, heading west on Kane in pursuit of Levinson in a tan sedan. License number 907, Oscar Lima Kilo.
This is Police Unit Y29, responding as backup pursuit.
Hope he's careful.
He better be. He has the tickets.
Book him. I have to be at the airport in 15 minutes.
Oh, this is just beautiful country.
Yeah, it sure is. I spent every summer here when I was a kid.
You know, I've never met a Laird. What do I call your uncle? Laird McMillan?
I'm sure he'll want you to call him Uncle Mike.
Listen, we've been driving around this lake for an hour.
Lock.
All right, Lock.
Small but rugged. Half a mile across, 100 around, they say.
looking for?
Oh, the Lochmoran monster.
Monster?
Mm-hmm. He's seen mostly in the gloaming. That means twilight. By people who spend an hour or two in the pub.
Yeah, that means bar. That's right, uh-huh. Well, I wouldn't mind drinking for a good cause. Wonder if the scotch is any good here.
Ah, here we are.
Mac, look at that tower. There ought to be a princess locked up in there.
It's a watchtower. Uncle Michael's probably up there right now, doing his accounts. Uncle Michael! Uncle Michael! A shot!
Hey, McMillan!
Uncle Michael!
Oh, he's inside. You'll be Stuart, his nephew.
Yes.
He's expecting your rifle.
Is there a key?
There's no key. It's bolted
I
inside.
remember a window.
An arch is slit only 4 inches wide.
And 60 feet up. We'd best break down the door. Excuse me, sir. Aye, that does it.
Old man, why did you do that?
Uncle Michael.
Why?
I don't understand.
Why?
He asked me to meet him here.
Oh.
I'm his solicitor, his attorney. 3:15, he said.
Why?
Now, why would he make an appointment if he was planning to do it?
Why?
I'll get the door, Jim. There was a man. I suppose I've been saying that for the last hour. I share your sorrow.
Desmond! Desmond! We just heard about it.
Mr. McMillan, this is
Jimmy.
Mac,
Sorry.
it's been a long time.
Certainly has.
This is my fiancée, Nell Barry. Is it true? Did he kill himself?
He was found alone with a gun in the tower room. The bullet matches the gun, and the powder burns are what they seem with. In any case, you'll be free now, Jamie, to sell the castle.
If he sells.
Oh, he'll sell, lassie. Your fiancé looks like a McMillan, and the law makes him the new laird. But he has not a Scotsman's taste for the hard work.
Desmond, that was quite uncalled for.
He's right, though, you know, Nell. If I were English, I would be known as a wealthy eccentric. But we Scots, we don't have wealthy eccentrics. We just have ne'er-do-wells.
What do you do now, Jamie?
Well, at the moment, Nell and I are on the committee for the Heelan Games. In fact, we are the committee.
Ooh, there's a job for you now. 3 light days of duty every other year. Between times, he sells souvenir programs at Coronation.
Yeah, you do have the light touch there, Desmond. Well, you seem to have things well in hand, and, we have business. The games will go on, of course.
Of course.
Grandfather would have wanted it that way.
Jamie, do you think your grandfather would be the sort of man who would kill himself?
He wasn't the sort.
No, he he wasn't.
What about all the evidence?
What about the evidence that he wasn't the sort?
I'd like to think that he didn't. I was a great disappointment to him. But I really loved that old man.
Mac, do you think the shot could have come from there?
It's the Crofter's cottage, too far away.
It's direct line of vision.
Couldn't be the lawn. We'd have seen it from the driveway. Couldn't be the gully. It's an impossible angle.
Well, according to Mr. Ramsey, the McCready ghost is our prime suspect.
The McCready ghost? Glad Mr. Ramsey isn't staying for dinner. I'd sure hate to hear that dull story again. He is staying for dinner.
Well, he said it was a great story. Of course, he did say it was better on a dark and stormy night.
Maybe we'll get lucky.
Mr. Ramsey's going to tell us some castle ghost stories.
A monster in the lake and a ghost in the castle, some vacation.
In the war against the Sacking, the English, Castle Kinross was the headquarters for two clans, the McMillan and the McCready. The laird of the castle was the great Ian McMillan, and 4 of its 5 lieutenants were McMillans. The 5th one being Fergus McCready, referred to by some as Fergus the Infamous. Oh, no need for alarm, only a lying down. The authorities will restore power presently.
What is presently?
Somewhere between 2 minutes and a week.
Oh, it sounds like home.
On the eve of the Battle of Kinross, Ian and his chieftains galloped over to the castle in order to hide the McMillan treasure. Having done so, they were returning to the battlefield when suddenly Ian noticed that he had but 4 companions.
Fergus.
Aye, indeed. Returning to the castle, they found Fergus hidden in an alcove within the castle walls. If it's walls you love more than honor, raged Ian, then its walls ye shall have. And he and his men began to seal Fergus up into the alcove. As the last heavy stone was emplaced, Fergus rose up and hurled forth his terrible curse. I shall not die. McMillan walls will not outlast McCready vengeance. And when I break free, woe to the McMillan laird, whoever he be then, for his life shall be forfeit, and so shall the lives of all his kinsfolk, even to their wives and servants. Ian and his chieftains were killed by the Sassenach, and the castle was ransacked. And a feud began between the two clans that has lasted for several centuries. Legends die hard in the healing. We see. If I might have a wee drop more of the port. Oh, Mrs. McTaggart, would you be so kind as to fetch my coat? As for myself, I neither believe in ghosts nor blood feuds, or I'd never have been attorney to the McMillan laird.
You're a McCready?
Aye. Full-blooded. My grandfather died at 90, and it was his proudest boast that he'd ever spoken to a McMillan. Of course, that's pure Hieland superstition. But still, in my grandfather's honor, and to a spirit free at last, up the McCready. A magnificent dinner, I thank you kindly. Good night, McMillan.
I'm not nervous.
glad you told me. Ready for bed?
Anytime. Mac, look. I thought this was your Uncle Michael's blood, but look, there's a nick on Bobby's ear. Mac, do you think there was somebody in the room? Do you think he was trying to defend his master, and when he did, do you think there's a connection?
Not quite. A man with a knife kills my uncle, nicks the dog's ear, then cuts himself into 4-inch strips and throws himself out through an archer's slit that wide. Go back to the ghost in the wall or the monster in the lake. Or better yet, come to bed.
Oh, I couldn't sleep with all this going on.
That's right. What is it?
The lights have gone out again.
It's a storm, Mildred.
Now, but listen, there's something in the walls. Listen. Well, it stopped, but I heard scraping, like somebody clawing, but from inside the
You
wall.
heard a ghost story as a power of suggestion.
You heard a ghost story. I heard scraping.
All right, all right. We'll find the noise or the bar.
I'll settle.
You want to go too?
What do you think?
The bar's in the great hall. I am. Be quiet. Mommy! It's ice cold.
Mildred.
Now, I'm partial deaf, you know, but not so deaf as to sleep through this sort of larking about. Oh, out the window. What's that?
Somebody running.
Enright! Where's that? Well, come on in.
Here! Over the drain!
Drain?
Oh, were you expecting this gentleman?
I was just ringing the doorbell.
No, you weren't. The power's off.
Huh?
Did you see anybody out there?
No, sir, I was looking in, not out.
What are you doing here?
Well, it all started out as a joke.
A joke?
Yeah, well, suddenly it doesn't seem very funny. You see, I never really planned to go to Acapulco. I was always planning to come here and stay with you.
Well, why didn't you?
Well, I thought it'd be very funny if I took a later plane. And that way, you'd be so surprised to see me that you'd be glad to see me.
Well, we're always glad to see you, Sergeant.
Thank you, Mrs. McMillan.
We asked you to come along with us in the first place.
Thank you, too, sir. It's just wonderful being here.
How did you get here? I didn't hear a car.
Well, I rented one at the airport. Well, I was driving on the wrong side and someone ran me up a ditch off the road.
Well, you're here safely now. I bet you're hungry.
The kitchen is closed. Yeah, but the bar's still open.
Mildred.
I suppose you'll be wanting a room. You can have your choice with or without a ghost. Your breakfast is at 8 o'clock. Oh, go on.
What a rule.
Come on, Sergeant.
Glad you're here, Charlie.
It was a great surprise. We'll send a sandwich up for you.
Thank you. My car is really in a ditch. I can't... Well, now, top of the morning to you.
And the rest of the day.
Morning, Sergeant.
What's that?
Porridge.
Oatmeal.
Ugh.
It's traditional, according to Mrs. McTaggart.
Fried eggs and bacon all round. 3 pairs straight up, strips on the side. I mean, who can eat this stuff, right? I beg your pardon. Never mind, I'll take care of it. I thought this was an English-speaking country.
We do have a language barrier, though. The dog. Bobby, he saw it all, and I'm sure he would tell us if he could. Now, come on, Bobby. You were in the room. Who did it? Who did it?
Hello.
I'm sorry. You'll be visitors. I'm Duncan, the gamekeeper. As my father was 40 years before me. At least it was until I gave my notice last week.
I'm Stuart McMillan.
Aye. You're the nephew, then.
That's right.
Aye. You're blood kin. You've a right to the fish in the streams and the birds of the gorse.
This is Mrs. McMillan. Charles Enright.
Yeah, I just stopped by with some fish for the laird.
The laird's dead.
Dead?
Shot himself. According to the local police.
Well, why would he? Oh, he was old, sure, but sound of wind and limb.
Indeed he was.
I know it hurt the old man to think his castle couldn't even afford a gamekeeper. But why would he do it? He believed in life. A gamekeeper knows.
You see, the games consist of the traditional field events, plus a couple of Scottish goodies like tossing the caber.
And sword dancing and the Highland fling.
And the piping contest. Don't forget the piping contest now.
That sounds like a big job.
Oh, it
When
is.
does it start?
Well, day after tomorrow, and it's very big. I tell you, Nell and I, we were up until midnight trying to get the thing straightened out. Hey, Thomas, tell me.
Did you get caught in the rainstorm?
Oh, no, Nell did. We were working at my place. Thomas, is that platform all right?
I'll need more than a platform to win, so seeing that Duncan's entered.
Duncan? The ex-gamekeeper?
Aye.
Oh, Duncan's a fine piper. He's won the past 5 contests in a row. Tell me, why'd you call him the ex-gamekeeper?
Well, he quit a few days ago. I thought you knew.
Well, no, nobody told me that.
You know, the stakes aren't holding very well. Did it rain last night?
What?
Well, of course it rained last night. Don't you
I
remember?
went to bed very early. Are you coming to the games, Mac?
You couldn't keep me away.
Us. You couldn't keep us away.
Hey, Gov, can you show us now?
Alfie!
Oh, no, that's quite all right, really. I can show you. Mr.
Follinsby. Elf Follinsby.
Hello.
James Haberdasher, chipping captain. Oh, this is the Mrs. Flo.
Well, how do you do?
I don't suppose you've seen it.
It?
The monster.
Right.
Oh. Not yet.
You see, the best time to see it now, is in the gloaming down by the big rock. I can show you where it is now if you'd like.
Ah, would you?
Well, of course I would. See you later. Press on, troops. Lovely.
Well, you've seen it all now. The Highland Games every 2 years, and an occasional tourist trying to get a glimpse of the monster. That's about all that keeps this place alive.
Are you coming, Nell?
Uh-huh. Well, goodbye, Mac. Mrs. McMillan. Bye.
See you. English girls have such a lovely complexion.
Peaches and cream.
Charming girl. So gentle.
And such a liar.
Huh?
Well, their stories didn't exactly match on what they were doing last night.
Oh, Sally, they're engaged. How quickly one forgets.
You're right. We didn't always tell the truth when we were engaged.
Mm-hmm.
But we always told the same story.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Crofter's Cottage?
Right.
Right.
A widow named Annie Gray lives here. She leases the place for the shooting season. Round and back. Let's go this way.
Nine o'clock. Edge of the block.
Hello.
Howdy, friends. I'm Houston Gorman. I'm the tenant here, and this is Annie Gray, my pretty landlord. Oh,
hello.
Landlady. Say hey to the folks, Annie.
It's nice to see you again, Annie.
Good to see you, Mac.
I'm Stuart McMillan.
Commissioner, San Francisco Police. Proud to make your acquaintance, sir.
How do you do? This is
And
my
this
wife.
must be your beautiful wife. Sally, isn't it? Well, Sally, you welcome to Crofter's Cottage.
Thank you.
Come on over, you folks, and sit a spell.
Thank you.
Of course, we knew you were in town. I tell you, when you've been away from the good old US of A long as I have, why, you know it when folks from God's country land here. No offense, Annie. I tell you, sometimes I get so hungry for the sound of an American voice. Uh-oh. You got us, Commissioner. We are litterbugs. Annie and I sit down here a lot, watching that castle yonder. You know, I'd try to buy it from your uncle. Hey, it's a shame about him. Fine gentleman.
Uncle Michael wouldn't sell.
Looks like it could reach right out and touch them stones, don't it? Those are mighty powerful binoculars. No, he wouldn't sell, but his grandson will.
Jamie. Are you sure?
Jamie's got expensive tastes.
And an expensive,
Fiancé?
you could call it that. Well, you know what these London girls are like.
Of course, we'll offer them a fair price. So I represent Globe Hotels, Inc. They want to run tours here. 7 glorious days and 6 terrific nights in a Scotch castle.
Scottish.
And you're determined to buy it for Globe Hotels, Inc.?
You just double bet I am. Commissioner, are you asking, did I shoot him just because he wouldn't sell and Jamie will?
No. But let me ask you something. Well, you're an expert on rifles, huh?
I'm the best there is.
Would it be possible that the shot that killed my uncle could be fired from here?
No way. It is not only 2,000 yards across the valley with the updrafts and crosswinds, but it's got to go through a 4-inch slit without hitting a wall. Another problem I'd have is, how do I get the fellow to stand right still just inside the slit while I get the shot lined up?
That's a tough shot.
An impossible shot.
Well, somebody solved the problem. No offense.
None taken. He was your uncle. Well, hey, Commissioner, how about joining us for a little grouse hunting tomorrow?
Oh,
You know what a grouse is, don't you, Miss McMillan? That's a pigeon with a live wire ad agency. I tell you, Duncan's coming and Ramsey.
Oh, well, I'll try to make it.
Mac, grouse hunting, that's killing little birds.
Well, that's the idea. Is that a deal?
That's a deal. Oh. See you. So long, Annie.
Nice to see you again, Mac.
I think Uncle Michael would like me to go on this hunt.
Commissioner.
Yeah, Charlie. I'm sorry to disturb you, sir, but Mrs. McTaggart heard some noises downstairs. It sounds like digging to me.
Digging?
Digging?
What's this down here, sir?
This is the oldest part of the castle, as I remember it. They used to call it the keep.
The keep?
Uh-huh.
Oh, how lovely. Where they keep people.
Sure you want to come down here?
If you're down here, you sure ain't gonna find me up there.
It's locked.
Or stuck. We'll never know.
Upstairs. There's someone upstairs.
Not anymore. It was an outside door.
Well, wait for me!
I'm sorry, sir, he got away. I just can't seem to run on turf. I'm better on asphalt.
The guy was really moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's faster than last night. I wonder why.
Bird down.
Painting your boots blue?
Oh no, I got that painting the judges stand.
Maybe we should separate. Beat down this hill and across the valley. I'll need a left flank.
See you later, Mac.
we have got to do, Mrs. McMillan, is be logical.
Logical. An old man climbs up here once a week to do the bookkeeping for a castle that can't even afford a gamekeeper. He puts a trivet under his teapot to protect the top of the desk. But the top of the desk is marble. It is not affected by heat. Life is not logical.
Maybe not, but I have a theory. Now, according to my theory, the killer was trapped inside the castle last night.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Witness. The body was here, the rifle here. That door was locked, the window too small to get out of.
Right.
Ballistics has proven that the rifle was the murder weapon, and the powder burns tell us that it was fired at a very close range. Suicide, right?
Right.
Because if it was murder, the murderer would have been trapped right inside this room. Unless
he disappeared through the walls.
That's my theory.
You're kidding.
No, I'm serious. I'm talking about a secret passageway.
You're kidding.
Now, you might have noticed the last time I was in here that I scraped mortar off various parts of the wall.
I was wondering what that was all about.
Well, this morning I went into the village and I talked the custodian into letting me into the school. And they have a science lab there with some carbon dating equipment. It's pretty primitive and physics really isn't my field, but I made some tests.
And?
The mortar in this section of the wall is 500 years old. Over here, 300 years old. But within the 300-year-old area, the mortar is much more modern.
How much more modern?
Well, I can't really be sure. Maybe 5 years? Maybe only a couple of days.
What are we waiting for?
Right.
Mac. Sounded like a firefight.
Are you all right, sir?
I'm in great shape for a man who's been shot at with a rifle.
Rifle? In a grouse area? Are you sure?
I know the sound of a rifle when I hear one, right?
Yeah, that was a rifle. Any deer on this spread?
Enough to attract more than a few hunters. Some of them are very careless.
Careless enough to fire 4 shots at me?
You're lucky you're not on your way to be stuffed and mounted.
Good, not slow to go.
Yeah, well, let's see, that just about does it. Okay, here. Now let's
Push it.
see if... Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she works easy. Hey, it's just like a door.
It's open back there, Sergeant.
Okay. Now,
It's a passageway.
let me see what's back there. You stay here.
Fat chance.
It's like being inside of a well.
It's like a room, sort of.
I don't see any way that a man could get out of here.
You realize who you found, of course.
Yes, the long-lost Fergus McCready, and we weren't even looking for him.
Now, it's my theory that the murderer came to this room sometime before your uncle. He opened this secret door, went into the chamber, closed the door behind him, and waited. At last, your uncle came up the stairs. He comes into the room, closes this door, and locking himself into the room. Then the murderer opened the secret door, crept out of the passage, and killed your uncle. Bang! I kill him. I hear the voices. into the wall.
Well, it could work. It's possible.
Charlie,
Yeah.
would you mortar up the wall now, please? From the inside?
I guess he'd have to have long, thin fingers, wouldn't he?
Never mind, Charlie. Good try.
Well, my theory was good in the abstract. Just wasn't any good in the concrete.
Well, you know what my father always said. First, find your motive. Then you've got your murderer.
Everybody's got a motive. Jamie's the heir. Nell's got Jamie. Ramsey's a McCready, don't forget that. Houston wants to buy this place, and Annie Graves got Houston. And Duncan quit because no one knows why. Anyone else?
Mrs. McTaggart. Well, I think she had a crush on the old man.
Unrequited love. Oh, I've had enough for the day. Let's call it quits.
Yeah, let's take a ride around the lot.
Good idea. Mac.
All right.
It doesn't ever get dark in this country.
That's the gloaming.
Well, I think it's just about the most romantic part of the day.
We like a lot of light.
You didn't used to mind it before we got married.
You think of that time in Candlestick Park?
No, I was thinking of that time in Emeryville in the drive-in movie at 3 in the afternoon. And you told me they had a show in the afternoon.
They did. For the man who came around to check the sound system.
Mac, look! Is that a monster? Is that a real monster?
Oh, yes, yes.
It's gone. Oh, look, tea and scones.
Oh, not for me, thanks. But it was something with enough power to move through the water, well, like a monster.
Could it have been towed by a boat?
No, there was nothing above the surface except those fins, and it was absolutely silent.
Sergeant, it was so quiet you could hear that little carousel over at the games grounds.
Oh, you know what they call that, sir? That is called a side skirt.
But the one you found didn't have one. Wonder why. You know, I've seen something like this somewhere. Not as part of the armor, but separate, used for something. If your Aunt Eleanor gave you one for Christmas...
She wouldn't, darling. She's into modern.
Well, if she did, what would you do with it?
Well, I'd give it to Aunt Louise. Her birthday's in January. She loves useless things.
Part of Fergus' armor missing. That is strange. Perhaps it was stolen. Did you not say there was a break-in recently?
Within the past 5 years, according to Enright.
And now,
But why steal just part of the armor?
Mac.
and here he is to play the tune that caught the judge's ears.
Up with the bonnets of Bonnie Dundee by this year's winner, Thomas Sinclair of Glenabbin.
Sinclair? But I thought Duncan was...
Duncan! It was a certainty.
Didn't make the finals. Short of breath he was.
Duncan!
Hi, Mac. You're still taking the high road.
In Scotland.
Let's take a walk.
Good idea.
Oh, Enright. Excuse me, Commissioner, but there's a fly casting competition over there. I don't want to miss it.
I hope you catch a nice fish.
Bye, Sergeant.
Going very well, Jamie.
Yes, isn't it?
Is that the stand you painted yesterday?
Oh, yes, yes. I did a very good job, too, I think.
No. There's blue paint on your boot. The stand's green.
Oh, well, I must have got that someplace else. Hey, McDougal!
Mac Nell says they're selling some terrific tweeds. You want to go over and look at them?
Huh?
You want to go over and look at them?
Two horses on that carousel. I'm just a nut for carousels. I'll see you later.
He'll do anything to get out of shopping. Come on.
Hi, Mac.
What is that? It's paper tossing. Well, it looks like he's throwing a telephone pole or a tree. Well, as Mildred would say, it'll never replace the roller derby.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Sally, are you all right?
You know, in our country, we try to keep to the left.
Ah, very good, Miss McTavish. You're really getting the hang of it.
Tell me more.
Boy, was I lucky. You're saving me from that caber tossing.
Look at Enright. You're not the only one.
Hey, what's the matter with you, Bobby? You gone daft?
Bobby.
Why, thank you, Bobby. I can use all the compliments I can get. Come on, Mac, hurry up. I'm dying for a peek.
You should learn the value of anticipation, lass.
There's a wee duck in Doris, just a wee drop, that's all. There's a wee duck in Doris, before we gang aboard. There's a wee wifey waiting in a wee button bend.
Hello, is my husband in there?
There's a wee duck in Doris, before we gang aboard. There's a wee wifey waiting in a wee button bend. If you can say it's a Bob Rex moonlit next, you're all right, you can.
You look fabulous. Turn around. I want to see if your hem is straight.
This is one drafty castle, you know that?
Would you like to borrow some pantyhose?
Would you like the back of my hand?
You look great.
Is my sporran right? It's supposed to be hanging in the center.
Oh, the little purse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put a little lipstick in there. For me.
You know, I think Bobby prefers me as a Scotsman.
Keep your knees together, darling. I know what Bobby doesn't like. Did you see the way he was barking at Ramsey? And I've seen him barking like crazy at Duncan, the gamekeeper.
Oh, Sally, stop waiting for Bobby to solve my uncle's murder. Dogs bark. They also wag their tails. I've seen him do both at Duncan and at Ramsey, among others.
You decent?
Come on in, Mildred.
You call that decent? Go put some pants on.
We've been through that already, Mildred. What's up?
What time is this shindig?
In an hour, and it's not a shindig. It's the traditional turning over of the castle to the new laird, Jamie.
Well, the Great Hall is filling with Scotsmen, and Mrs. McTaggart is already passing out the booze.
Then what are you doing up here?
Aren't you amusing?
Tut.
Mrs. McT has never heard of drink coasters. By the time Jamie moves in, there are going to be rings all over that good furniture.
Oh, all that good mahogany. Those old-time lairds should have put their armor on their tabletops instead of on their warriors. You'll work it out, Mildred.
Yeah, well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Sally. Would you find Enright and meet me up in the tower?
Darling, what about the ceremony?
Oh, this time.
Mac?
Huh?
There's something that I've always wanted to know.
What?
What does a Scotsman wear under his kilt?
Later.
Mac?
Sir? Guests are arriving.
Just solved a crime. A crime that happened 300 years ago. Fergus McCready. And you put me onto it, Sally.
Of course I did. I did.
Let's go back 300 years. Remember the legend. The McMillan walled up Fergus McCready because he found him hiding in the castle the night before a battle. Figured him out to be a coward.
But he was really a thief.
Fergus came back to the castle, dug up the treasure, reburied it someplace else. The secret died in the wall with him. That's why the treasure disappeared.
I put you on to all of that?
Sure. Remember the other day when you wondered why anybody would need a trivet to protect a marble tabletop?
You weren't even there.
Oh, well, I showed it to him. I know you said it wasn't logical, but it seemed logical to me, so I...
The missing piece from Fergus's armor.
Well, how did that get in here?
Uncle Michael. Sometime in the last years, remember the new mortar? Uncle Michael found Fergus. Understood what this meant. Used it as a trivet so he could keep it around.
But why?
Fergus scratched the location of the treasure on it.
Well, why wouldn't Uncle Michael just dig up the treasure?
Well, Jamie, I would think. You can't get rid of a castle in a day, but you certainly can a treasure. And Jamie, being the spendthrift that he was, Uncle Michael wanted to wait and make sure that Jamie was mature enough.
Mac, this doesn't look like the map to a treasure. It says BQ3.
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't it?
Mm-mm.
Follow me. When we were down here before, it occurred to me that this floor looks like a chessboard.
Chess? I still don't get it.
Well, Sergeant, each chess square has a name, so you can write the game down. For example, BQ3 would be Black's Queen's third.
The only problem is there are more squares down here than there are on a chessboard, and furthermore, I can't tell which wall's Black's. Now, our digger has already done some testing. I'll bet we can catch him here red-handed tonight.
Suppose he doesn't dig tonight.
Tonight's his last chance. Jamie moves in tomorrow. Besides, he already learned that he can be heard upstairs.
Tonight there'll be a dance band and pipers.
Fire a cannon down here, it'd never be heard upstairs. So, Enright, you and I'll have to wait for him.
Mac, you can't.
Why not?
You're a big part of the ceremony tonight.
I can handle the surveillance, sir. Well, it's dark down here. I have the advantage of surprise. Besides, it's too damp down here for skirts.
All right, Charlie, but be careful. Remember, one of those people upstairs is a murderer.
Good night, Sergeant.
Good night. to spend an evening.
Lovely this evening. Ah, Captain Moss, look. Beautiful, beautiful. Good evening, Mr. Katie. What a grand party.
Well, Mac, you wear the tartan very well.
Well, thank you.
Oh, he just puts it on and lets it sell itself.
Now.
Want to dance?
Yes, let's.
Ooh, I should warn you about the castle tradition. Never a first dance under this roof between a husband and wife.
Far be it for me to go against a castle tradition. If you'll excuse me.
She just made that up. Would you care for a fling?
Beg pardon?
Would you care for a fling?
Oh, you don't fling to this music, only the pipes. But I'd be honored to lead you in a foxtrot. George Macduff.
Sally McMillan. Lead on, Macduff. You know what they say about he who cries enough. You've heard that before.
Many times. Many, many times.
I see Nell is stuck with some big cloud.
Isn't he your husband?
So you're right. I never recognize him when he's dancing with someone else.
Thank you very much, Mrs. McMillan.
Oh, you're very welcome.
May I fetch you something to wet your whistle?
Oh, that'd be nice.
I'll be right back. Meet me by the black wall.
Mrs. McTaggart. Mrs. McTaggart, is there a black wall anywhere about? They all look sort of beige to me.
The black wall, you said? That's not color. It's from chess. The north wall.
Well, what makes the north wall black?
The McMillan who built this place was a hound for chess. Wouldn't he play with the morning sun in his eyes? And always played white. So the south wall of every room is known as the white wall.
Does that mean that the north wall of the keep would...
Wrong, missus. Too many squares for chess in that chamber. It's across from the keep. That's the old chess room.
Thank you, Mrs. McTaggart. You've been very helpful. Man.
Quiet! You cannot interrupt the ceremony.
I'm sorry.
Try a bit of the salmon, love.
Maybe later, Mrs. McTaggart. Thank you. Sergeant! Sergeant! Sergeant Enright! Charlie? Charlie, it's me, Mrs. McMillan. It's okay, it's me. You're looking in the wrong room. It's across the hall. room across the hall, and the north wall is the black wall.
Thanks to the missus, I know where to dig.
Sorry, Sergeant.
I'll take that. Come on. It's rightfully mine. Aye. McCready died for it and wrote the clue to find it. Aye. I'm a McCready. I thank you to turn round, Sergeant.
The scepter of the McMillan, strong and straight. All here bear witness that you accept it willingly, with all encumbrances thereto. The last man who carried it with great honor. I wish it and the family name the same good fortune in your hands.
Those present are bound to inform all those in their ken in these mountains that Jamie McMillan is the true and only possessor of all properties, honors, titles, and licenses pertaining to the Laird of Kinross. And henceforth, he shall be known as the McMillan. Up the McMillan.
Grabs you, don't it? I get that same funny chill like when they picked Miss America. It's a great show for the hotel.
Excuse me, have you seen my wife?
No.
You can let me go now. You don't need a hostage. They can't catch you now. You didn't quit your job. You got fired when Uncle Michael found you digging for the treasure, right?
You're a smart lass. Now be quiet. I have some hard driving to do.
Any idea where he was heading?
Well, sir, when I came to, I looked out the window and I saw a car going down the lock road very fast.
There's a chance. We could cross it a lot faster than Duncan could go around it. Come on.
Ah, there aren't any boats. How'd you know it was Duncan?
He lost the piping contest. Why did he lose? Because he was out of breath.
Oh, he couldn't resist the chance today while the castle was empty.
Raced back to the games, met his accomplice.
Accomplice?
Jamie.
What?
Jamie.
What is it? Excuse me.
I need it. You're going to run it for me.
It?
The Lochmoran monster.
Oh, come on now. You don't really believe there is such a...
Rope burns on your hands, blue paint on your shoes from the carousel, mud from near the lock. And I heard the music when I saw the monster.
I don't know anything about
I haven't
that.
got time to argue with you. You're going to run the monster now.
The village needs a monster in order to survive.
What
That's
about
why-
my wife surviving? Come on. I can cut across the lake a lot faster than they can drive around.
Brother Ben?
You could have killed me.
I can make that kibber sit up and play any lorry. I was only throwing you a scare.
And it was you that shot at Mac when he was on the grouse hunt.
Quiet. All we've done is scare folks so far.
Drive faster, Duncan.
There's none from the castle can catch us now.
Oh! Water is like ice.
Give Jamie the signal.
If you fall off of this thing, you'll freeze or drown or both.
Give Jamie the signal.
Yes, sir.
We're leaving now, Flo. I've got to be back at the shop Monday morning. So to hell with the bloomin' monster what's too shy to show himself.
It's all a fake, anyhow.
Flo, the lake.
Eh?
Do you see?
Oh, it's a blooming Scot. They'll never believe this in Wormsley Park.
He's gone, Flo.
What's that?
I'll move it.
Hey, Ben. Ben. Ben? Hey, Ben. Ben?
How did you get here?
If I told you, you wouldn't believe it. The McMillan treasure.
Yeah, I'm touched. Yeah, and my friends all hope there will be enough here, so they won't be touched for a while. So, thank you, Duncan, for saving me the digging. If my Latin is reliable, these shares assure us of handsome dividends from all those people traveling the Northwest Passage to India. Yeah, through 1819.
There's more in there, Jamie.
Oh, look. It's a necklace. Yeah, modest but lovely. To be worn by the mistress of Castle Kinross.
Hey, you're selling this place to me.
As they say in your country, sir, no way.
Now, just a minute.
Up the McMillan.
It's a happy conclusion for you, McMillans. And as soon as we prepared a legal case against these two for the murder of the laird, you'll get your just revenge.
We ne'er killed the old man. Took his treasure, aye. But we're nae murderers.
I suspect they're right, Mr. Ramsey. A murderer would have dealt more harshly with my wife and Charles Enright. There's no real link between the treasure and my uncle's death. I'd like to propose a toast. Michael McMillan was more than a father to me. It was a rare privilege to know him. And I've not been able to prove, as I'd hoped, that he was murdered. But I would like to propose a toast to this man whose noble life cannot be diminished by the events of a single day. To the late laird, whose death, whose suicide, I will not accept, because it's simply unacceptable. To the late laird.
Come on, Bobby, stay down or I'll never get this fly tied. Well, so I just thought that since the case is solved that, Miss McTavish has taken me to a secret place she knows where we can get in some good night fishing.
Just a second. May I? That's it. May I ask ask you all, Ramsey, Jamie, Houston, join me in the tower room in about 10 minutes. Come on, Bobby. Come on.
Come on, Bobby. Come on.
Thank you for your patience. I am happy to tell you that sometimes the unacceptable is also the untrue. Uncle Michael did not commit suicide. He was murdered. And in front of a witness. The witness, as my wife was the first to sense, was a dog, Bobby. And he's already testified 3 times. First, by barking at you, Duncan. Then at you, Mr. Ramsey. Then at Charles Enright. Or so we thought. Actually, he was barking at a fishhook. I'll show you why. Our murderer took a fishhook and line, which is almost invisible, attached it to a trigger of a preloaded gun before Uncle Michael came into the room, wrapped it around the butt of the rifle, out through the window, threw it up to the parapet above. Then he went up there and waited. Uncle Michael walked to the window, probably when he heard the sound of my voice from the driveway.
Uncle Michael! Uncle Michael!
One yank to pull the trigger. Second yank, much stronger, to pull the gun off its mounting. Bobby got nicked the first time, trying to capture that instrument that killed his master. Good boy.
But this is all pure speculation.
No, the line left marks at the top of the slit. And my wife and I saw the murderer.
We did?
Late that night. He had to wait till dark to make his escape.
Mac, why would he come back the following night?
He didn't. Remember that first night we saw a man running? Mm-hmm. Then the second night we saw a man running, only faster? Mm-hmm. Which puzzled me, because a man escaping always runs at his own top speed, which means that there had to be 2 men, one each night.
It was me the second time.
Yeah, you were down in the cellar digging. And the first night it was the murderer who waited up on that roof until Uncle Michael could walk to the window.
But, Mac, how would he know when to pull the trigger if he's up on the roof?
Yes, of course. He couldn't see anything from there. Well, you could guess at it, I suppose.
Bad luck, Mac. It was a doozy of a theory while it lasted.
He's right. No way to know if the laird was in his sight.
Right. But what if there were 2 of them? The murderer up on the roof, and someone out there to signal him when to fire.
Where out there? There's no place with a clear view and cover?
Yes, there is. The Crofter's cottage. Mrs. Gray's place.
Well, but it's too far to fire.
Not too far away to observe. Through mighty powerful binoculars. What was your signal to Houston, Mrs. Gray? Everyone knew that Uncle Michael would never sell this place. But you knew that Jamie would. You had to sell this place to Globe Hotels, didn't you? Living off expenses you'd never earned. Wasn't that it? What were you thinking of, Mrs. Gray, when you stood there and watched the tower, smoked all your cigarettes and waited? Didn't you ever wonder how you could let this con man talk you into killing a laird?
Don't answer him, Annie. It's a trick.
What was your signal, Mrs. Gray? Did you raise an umbrella?
I lowered it. God help me, I lowered it.
Everybody stand right there. I'm really very good with this.
Thank you, Sergeant. You can go fishing now.
Thanks for everything, Mac.
We're really grateful.
You know, it's not going to be the same around here without you. Very, very quiet. The next Healing Games are not for 2 years.
I think the village will get by. I somehow have the feeling that the monster may appear again. Come on, Bobby.
They die hard, monsters.
Of course, Bobby goes with the castle, but if you ever get tired of him, San Francisco can always use another good detective.
We seen him, we did, as plain as radio day.
Yeah.
The Flying Scotchy is, according to the new laird hereabouts, gone forth from his castle to recover his stolen treasure.
We have to get by.
Well, when's the best time to see him?
Any time in the gloaming.
We'll show you the best watching spots.
But you've got to have patience, mind.
And an eye moves light as a breeze through ever. Tall he is, 8 feet tall, I'd say.
A remarkable story.
And devilish handsome he is.
And somehow has the ring of truth.
ও তুমি
ডরাইছেন?
ডরাবো কেন? মাগের এরকম আতকা মায়ামনের সামনে চলে আসলে তো একটু চিন্তা লাগেই। আর কালকে আবার তোমার মামার সাথে চ্যালেঞ্জ। বললাইছো শেষবার মতো চুল দাঁড়িয়ে আশ্রয় আসতে।
শুনেন, কালকের খেলায় আপনি হারবেন।
বাবা, কনফিডেন্স দেখছো মেয়ে?
যদি না হারছেন তাহলে কিন্তু বললাম এটা দিয়ে আমি আমার হাতে আপনার নাম লিখুন। মানে তো তখনই বুঝবেন যখন এটা দায় আপনার উপর পড়ব। সরেন।
আরে ভাই, নাম লিখবা মানে? কি মুসিবতে পড়লাম। জিততে না পারে এখন 2 নাম্বারই।
কি করতেছ? এটা কি করলি তুই মামা বলতো? শেষ পর্যন্ত ওই হাবলু মামার কাছে।
সরি বলছি তো, মিস্টেক হইছে।
আর এটা খেলা না, খেলাতে হার জিত থাকি। এই কথা তুই বলতেছিস? 3 বারের চ্যাম্পিয়ন নিলয় বলতেছে এই কথা, শেষ পর্যন্ত খেলায় হার জিত থাকেই।
হ্যাঁ বলতেছি, এবার হয় না আগামী বার হইব। আর শোন, আমাদের না বয়স বেশি হয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে? এখন এটা জুনিয়রদের করা কাম, আমরা অনেক সিনিয়র হয়ে গেছি।
এই দাঁড়া দাঁড়া, জুনিয়র? হ্যাঁ, কোন অ্যাঙ্গেল ওই হাবলু মামার তো জুনিয়র মনে হলো? কত দেখি। এই কথা শোনার পরে ওই হাবলু মামা সানফ্লাওয়ার তেল মাইরা ঠিক ঠিক করে হাসবো। তুই এমন একটা কাজ করছিস মামা, এলাকায় মুখ দেখানোর মতো অবস্থা থাকলো না।
টাকা দিতেছি, একটা কাজ কর, বোরকা কিনা পিন্দা করতে থাক, ঠিক আছে? এলাকায় মুখ দেখাইতে হইব না।
দাঁড়া দাঁড়া দাঁড়া, আমার মনে হইতেছে কেউ তোরে তাবিজ করছে। তুই কখনো তো এই কথা বলার ছেলে না। কি হয়েছে কত?
কোনো তাবিজ টাবিজ কিছু না। আর শোন, আনোয়ারের রহিম বাবুর ছেড়ে আনতে পাঠাইছিলাম, কই হয়?
ভাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। ভাই
ওয়ালাইকুম আসসালাম। আনোয়ার কই?
ভাই পাঠায় কই জানি গেল গা ভাই? কামটা কি হলো ভাই? কালে গেমটা এটা গেলেন?
যাওয়ার হইছে, কাজের কথা আসি। লাইলির পার্টিতে কাচ্চি খাই দিব।
না ভাই পারুম না, মাফ করে দেন ভাই। আপনার লেগে আমার জানা আছে, রুমের লেগে আমি ভাই কাচ্চি বাচ্চি রাঁধতে পারবো না ভাই।
কি কই রহিম ভাই মাথা ঠান্ডা তোমাদের ছাড়া হইব না তো বিষয়টা এমন কাচ্চি খাওয়াই ফিরব মনে করো 7 দিন যাতে কেউ বাথরুম থেকে বাইর না হইতে পারে বুঝছো না বিষয়টা পারো না যাও এবার রেডি করে গিয়া যাও তাড়াতাড়ি
একটু বড় খবর হইব
তোমরা আমগুলোকে বইতা
আরে আমরা তো খাবোই আগে আপ্যায়নটা করে নেই পুরান ঢাকার ট্রেডিশন তো আপ্যায়ন করা কি মামা
এই তো দুষ্ট লাইনে আইছো এরকম লাইনে থাকলে তো কোনো সমস্যা হইতো না খুব তো কইছিল খেলার কথা এখন বুঝছো খেলা কি
এখন একদম ক্লিয়ার মামা আপনার একটু কাছে দিই আলু দেই আলু
না 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 গোস্ত দাও
এই যে গোস্ত দেই
অনেক মজা হয়েছে এই লাইনে দাও
আলু
লাইলি তুমি লইবানি
খাইতা মজা তো
তুমি একটু খাও
সবাই আমগুলোকে খাইতা
আরে খাবো তো খাবার তো আছে
খাও
আরে মামা খান তো আছে কিছু লাগলে বলেন কিন্তু
মজা হয়েছে
আসলে
না তুলো গোস্ত তুলো
এইবার লইয়া কয়বার হয়েছে
ভাই 5 বার
তোমার এত করে কইছি যে একটু কম খাও মাগনা খাওন পাইলে হুদাই হাম করে খাও
দুলা ভাই আমি তো মাগনা খাওন খাই ভাই আমরা তো বাজেতে জিতছি আর আমি তো পরিমাণ মতোই খাইছি বিশ্বাস করেন দুলা ভাই আমি নিশ্চিত ওরা খাওয়ানোর মধ্যে কিছু মিশাইছে লাইলিও তো পরিমাণ মতো খাইছে ওরা তো পেট নামছে শুনছি
হ্যাঁ মানুষের খায় কাম নাই তোমার খাওয়ানোর লোকে কিছু মিলাইছে
ভাই আপনি জানেন না ওরা অনেক ডেঞ্জারাস দুলা ভাই ওরা প্রত্যেকটা ধরে ফাঁসি দেওয়া উচিত দুলা ভাই আমি খালি একটু সোজা হয়ে দাঁড়াইলি তারপর দেখেন আমি রাজপথে নামবো আমি আন্দোলন করবো ওকে ফাঁসির লিগা
যাও তুমি তোমার কামে যাও আমি তোমার লেগে কেড়ে বয়ে থাকো
আপনি একটু বহান ভাই
thì 400 à? 400. Để kiểm tra năng lượng này. So most 700 rồi, rebat được một lần nữa. Ok. Lần sẽ rebat được mời anh quay qua kia anh binh. Anh sẽ là bố của qua kia. Yes. Thua hoài à? Không cội thắng à? Át một thực sự là khó đấy. Sẽ lấy một cái đồ ánh sáng đi. Sẽ là cái cung xanh ánh sáng đi. Hai cái giảm yếu hai bên nhỉ. Thôi cái phải đang kéo một cái vùng đồ. Về rồi 25 chắc là nó còn nữa thì lên 8 vậy. Lại là cái thằng Zurich này, sao nó vẫn lên được con ấy 3 nhỉ? Như con Zurich 3 ở đâu ra ấy. Rồi nó còn Nautilus nữa. Mình cầm tận 4 con Nautilus rồi, chúng nó vẫn còn à. Ê xong ý làm mày không ba. Được, thua không? Thua. À. Ok. Rồi đi rồi. Top mấy đây? Chưa đi. Sắp đi. Anh đi xa rồi, anh không lái xe nữa. Anh đắp mộ rồi. Không thể là Riot Cat được. Khóc. U Linh à. Em phải cút. Cút đi. Đây đi. Đây cho đỡ bị bắn vào đầu. Cày tê tại bị bắn cặp tự. Kéo ra xì ra. Ui rồi ôi, cặp bóng may mắn cô ba nhưng mà ít tiền không sao, ít tiền. Tích xong rồi bao nhiêu máu, có 5.000 máu rồi sao, chắc thế. Bế mày, đối kia không chết à, đối kia xét bế không được, không thiếu mấy cái cùng dao, chậm quá. Đây đừng người nó vả, rồi nó vả át trước à. Mày tí thua, đi chợ nhà xem một cái cung đi, nhằm đi cung đi. Anh cũng sắp không đi rồi, anh sẽ được đi chợ trước. Ai cũng đau vậy? Là Soraka, mày đi anh chơi lắm. Đừng nhặt nhầm đồ. Xong. Có đủ đồ này. Chả có nằm gì đấy, có ấn gì à? Ấn gì đấy? Ấn thần thoại, ấn sử ra. Trốn khó. 400 củ đấy. Vì có phải nữa là 581 củ. Tiền perfect. Perfect. Navy code 416 lap. Qua 400 lap rồi. Rồi. Pháp rồi xong này. Đi lao, và này còn đồ đéo nữa. Còn áo đam phép không? Sát thương phép này. Sát 500 sát thương phép này. Con này full sát thương phép này. Ok. Làm đéo có gì. Còn một cái kiểu có đồ nó đéo. Ok, xong. Với ai đây? Ba cái thằng kia. Bạn kia có lắc thì sự láo đấy. Bạn kia có quả lắc rồi đéo ấy. 500 củ thiếu 30 triệu nữa. Thiếu 26 triệu. Mốt nữa thì sẽ được là đủ tiền để triple phát nữa. Lên 6.6 thôi. 6.4 nhỉ, cái mất rồi. Nhưng mà là tầm 6 chấm hơn. Yes. Mày A2 nữa là xong. A2 nữa là xong game. Ui rê. Hỏng đấy. Ui tí cút đánh bóng ạ. Bóng thằng nào ấy. Hộ cái đi. Thằng bốc lửa. Gì tí thua. Chi mình cầm bóng nó tí cút. Cho thêm máu à, 19 thì làm chi. Giờ mình phải thắng hoặc mình cút một trong hai thằng này. Được. Đéo được, vẫn đéo đủ. Đéo ra át này. Thằng này cầm 2 con át. Đeo giết nó rồi, nó 5 máu rồi, bây giờ thì 15. Nó một chết thì mình chết. Cái thằng quay con lắc và bắn phát cho gần con át 100 cút. Nó cầm át rồi nhưng mà đéo ra át nhở, cũng mất 4 con mà. Không tỏ, một bắn lỏ lắm. Để bảo mà một bắn lỏ nhất, còn bị CC bị hất tung nữa trốn. Lắp bắn số phát chết át thì mày qua là bắn góc kia chưa? Mày đi, mày Mày đi, bố mày thắng. Gì? Đây rồi, đến được giao dòng rồi. Có kiếm đồ tanh đấy. Tụ cao vậy thầy, 130 nghìn quay thì của. Bao nhiêu? 160 à? Chứ phải làm một lần nữa, một hoặc hai lần nữa. Được một tí năng lượng này, chụp banh đó, chờ tôi quay rồi sao nhỉ? Chưa 10 tiếng nữa. Tôi mất tính thời gian chơi game. Trốn good not đấu này, đấu sĩ à, quyền năng viết tiếng này, cái đồ hộ bố gái bao nhiêu à? 26 tỷ à? Người thì là 200 này. Năm 2 là 1 tỷ, 10 là 5, 10 là 5 lát, 10 lát. Năm 2 là 10, đó, 200 lát, 2 triệu một lát, 200 lát, 2, 4. Đúng rồi, 40 củ. Sôi dữ à. Hai 210 lần nữa đấy. 160 à? Đúng 2 bay 2 nữa là lên 5 phút. Quay một chia xong. Bình chi lên. Bình nhé. Đúng nào? Olivia ngon có biết kiếm của anh đâu. Hồi máu mày mày huyết kiếm với hả? Tôi huyết kiếm sự bình chi linh ấy. Kia ai cầm kiếm này và cái đem máu này. Kia ai cầm kiếm này. Rồi thằng lấy rồi. Chuẩn không? Chuẩn không? Tranh mày tranh với tao. Nhiều record á. 233 vòng. Mình bắt đầu bây giờ. Cảnh báo á. Đấy cũng trừ đi 30% đó, 20% tiếp quỷ à. Trăm không? 110 à? Kiểu tầm 5 quá. Để thử không bay cho mình. Cái mà lại ai mày người vào rồi Wow, một tỷ lắm. 50 thì vào khoảng là bao nhiêu nhỉ? 240 à? 5 thì bỏ 250. Ồ, đủ. Mày được không? Mày ghê 254 năm nay của ông thầy 29 này 12 3 4 6 7 8 9 20 5 6 7 8 29 3 5 6 6 3 7 8 40 à? 200 láp bình và fake line lần giáo em chợ sự mình biết chứ cho ngay có tài heo 210 láp 42 tỷ 2 triệu một lần có chờ nhầm ôi không còn 100 để bớt 6 15 cái lại sử dụng binh chi linh ấy bay một chi linh điên chương 8 này làm chi một cây đai máu nữa sử dụng làm cái giáp máu à đây hả một bên anh không có gì em nghĩ khỏe đấy nhưng mà xếp sai bên khác xếp bên là thắng khỏe đấy chị ạ đấy cần mua 2 bạn nữa chỉ cái này 33 triệu start rồi tiền cái chứ ngon vừa lên 8 đất và 8 đủ gì có ra xét này không muốn đâu cái này chuẩn hơn đấy ra sinh ra rồi ngon này tôi xếp tiền lên 30 tiền nữa nhanh không cái là xong giao chim là đủ tiền còn cái nó nhảy ra gì đó quên ra được nó lại quay nhiều lên loài mắt loài thầm trong mắt rồi không biết không anh em tôi anh biết vì sao mà lắm mắt người ta sao về xuống và lắp con sinh ra và xong là 57 nghìn sinh viên con thấy rất ăn rồi còn bà sinh viên cũng xanh rồi quỷ à mới thua thì ai cái đánh hay đấy bây giờ anh bốc lửa rồi giờ ngay vậy anh hay như điên mà chịu thua mất cung Khu xanh à? Đây máu. Đây máu. Đây. Đúng ra thì buồn lắm rồi. Buồn lắm em ơi. Biết trách ơi. Đâu lên được rồi. Ôi, 18 máu 2 sao nữa. Thiếu tận 68 tiền cơ. Mới có 53 tiền. Chưa đủ. Bài nữa không thầy? Bài nhà hack rồi. Bài khác thì hack đâu. Bài áp hủy file được mà. Asma. Chi hết lava dragon. Cái cục lava phế mà. Thầy khỏe hơn. Thầy vừa đánh oan nó còn chết cơ. Thằng thì top 1. Bạn cao thằng top 1 vậy. Thắng top 1 này. Nếu sao thắng là thằng top 1 rồi. Phải thắng không vậy? Bắn nhỉ? Nhanh ghét. Thắng đi. Chưa thắng rồi, gần thắng. Khiếp, phải bắn toàn để chiêu bắn được mà. Đéo có đam. What the hell, 5 phép. Chịu rồi. Toàn 5 phép ạ. Ra gì à? Sẽ khổ 19 độ thôi xong rồi. Thần tài đến. Rồi. Còn đéo vậy. Ôi, đây có đồ. Chúng ta xong rồi. Yes, broccoli. Broccoli. Bây giờ vừa nói xong của tân. What the hell is this shit? Không mày. Họ nói ai come back kìa. I'm here. 750 tỷ em. Em đi bớt xong xem nhìn thứ số 500.000 tỷ gì. 5.000 tỷ ạ. Gấp 5 lần. Kia là yes sir. The city world. The city world broccoli. Từ cái lớp em bây giờ cũng có thằng ấy chắc là phải 7.0 nhưng nó vẫn đi học lại, anh hiểu. Anh giỏi với cặp vip về nghe quỷ về section 4. Nó nghe lần đầu tiên nó nghe 9 câu gì. Mà kinh rồi. Không biết nó đâu, nó đi học lại, ý là học ở lớp A học sao, nó đi học lại để nó thi tiếp bây giờ ấy. Quỷ với cứt. Quỷ với cứt. Học kinh khủng như nó focus luôn rồi. Thắng mà, thua nào là học về trình độ thắng thua đéo được trường tạo. Học về trình độ. Đó, đây vào OBS. Đâu nhờ vào setting vào. Nhìn đó. Cho cái webcam về góc dưới bên phải như mình nghe. Thế kéo cam như bình thường đấy. 6 lap 7 lap à, giờ mình cày đánh 7 lap à, căng nhỉ. Yes sir, broccoli. Thắng à? Viết mà. Phải bù nhé Nam ơi. Chồn bố và dám đánh liên minh. Chồn anh quay từ đời nhớ nào anh chưa đánh liên minh bao giờ. Chưa quay đánh liên minh bao giờ, thằng ấy quay luôn mà. Tao gửi lời chết cho tao ấy. Hay nó phải anh nó bảo được em. Nó đánh. Thôi phải đánh Geneva rồi. Đánh tử thần tao xin chết. Đánh tử thần tao xin chết. Thôi xếp tiền thôi, anh này bắt tiêu tiền đầu đầu đi. Thôi cái gì ra tự đến nhá. Cảm ơn vì đã đến. Đấy, điện thoại không phải là vấn đề đâu, vấn đề là game lỏ đi toilet. Cái gì đây? Sone cầm cái gì kia? Cầm đấy. Ô kìa. Ô Salia, thằng này lấy cái đéo gì đấy sao lấy nhỉ? Sẽ lấy cái đéo gì rồi? Sẽ lấy một cái kiếm. Ui rồi, đéo có kiếm rồi. Thế lấy một cái gì đây? Ôi đéo quần gì mà. Thôi lấy cái này để lắp cho vào quần ấy rồi nè, lắp cho ăn. What the hell, thằng này lấy chỉ vì lấy cái mảnh gì vậy? Đúng rồi. Đúng rồi. Nhưng mà vẫn nghĩ là vẫn chơi cùng mình. Không ghét với nhau. Không à. Bảo bạn chấm y không như thế thì đã được ăn vay hiếu như bình thường rồi, như những người bạn đã được bắt tay rồi. Được lên lúc kia mình không, nếu mà như thế còn nếu mà không có gì như thế cứ chấm y tay thôi. Có tha không? Sojin hình như kêu ấy. Hỏi cho mày mới về xong. $300 tuổi. Giá ETH tăng 3 chấm à? Không bao giờ. Đồng đuốc lên muộn, đồng đuốc 0,9 lên chúng không biết quay tăng rồi. Gì lên 56 rồi, hôm qua 55. Thôi may ông bố anh chuyển tiền là anh chuyển vào trong máy ấy. Yes. Phải master chứ. Rồi học chiêu ấy. Đấu qua tờ cũng master chung. HTS4. Quá chứ sao không. Biết vào nói chung là học đâu không, phải xem Killer Queen, rất nhiều thứ ngôn ngữ. Sửa nhiều ngôn ngữ đấy. Quỷ đấy. Thật ra chuẩn đấy, cái khổng lồ cho bet này, một nhéo nữa, đĩa xét nữa, nên xét 10 chỉ là quân đợi là đây này, kinh vậy sao? Con này 2 này, cút, tắm hiu à? Từ anh phải stop lại để anh ra trực tiếp. Anh cần một con tên đen ấy, hoặc là 2 quân em bị thích không? Mày kẹp cái gì vậy ở trong cái game space này nè? Auto chỗ Về Broccoli ơi. Rồi, thằng bên này đi. Con Alun. Đồ, bây giờ Alun lên những điều gì à anh em? Alun lên những điều gì à? Chưa được 1 tiếng à? Chưa được 1 tiếng à? Rồi, stop 1 tiếng thì sao thể đó. Ngày hôm nay của anh là mấy tiếng không? Sẽ có là 110 này, 1 tiếng này, 2 tiếng, 3 tiếng, 3 tiếng bây giờ đang là rưỡi, anh đang có 4 tiếng rưỡi rồi. Chắc đấy. Thì cần một chút ấy đấy. Thắng mà. Rồi đợi anh một tí. Ok, Broccoli vẫn phải quay chứ. Ok em ơi, nó mẫn khủng lồ nhỉ. Đây đi. Vina đéo ở đây. Nên giảm view nhỉ. Nó tròn đủ ở siêu binh không? Yes sir. Đâu? Giờ là thằng em Nam à? Nam béo. Chôn đâu? Mày chôn à? Gì ấy à? Không. Mày bảo Tuấn ấy. Anh cần quay ra con nữa thì bọn xịt xoáy. Legendary cũng được. Comeback cực mạnh được. Quay chứng comeback cực mạnh. Ui, khỏe thế. Không rồi. Mày khỏe quá rồi nữa. Sao anh heal được, anh handle được chắc thì không. Rồi CV kia sao đánh? CV kia sao đánh? Đấy ơi. Được rồi, thua. Có sao thôi chết lại vẫn còn 1, 2, 3 round. Xong. Bởi mặc ảnh á, không biết mày nói chung đánh cái bài mình đánh thì phía như lợn nhưng chỉ mình đánh khỏe, anh đâu biết đánh được gì. Đâu có cái gì đặc biệt đâu đúng không? Chung đánh. Gạt. Thì anh vẫn hay quay ở góc. Anh vẫn hay quay ở góc đấy mà. Skibidi à? Phải không? Phải không? Ôi chỗ là xa. Phải giống chung toàn cảnh à? Quỷ à? Mấy cái tai nghe ấy, không á à? Anh ác quỷ rồi, 2,9 độ ác quỷ rồi. Anh đây anh hóa 5. Xoay hết rồi, xe đất. Được cái Vũ ơi. Đỡ phải chia. Nếu là Cường mang máy đi. Cường, được rồi. Tắt cái tiếng đi. Tắt tiếng Discord này được à? Mình nghe nhạc có ai biết đâu. Anh quay tỷ trứng. Có đồ ở đây. Ai à. Giờ cầm một con Soroka đấy. 0.5. Ui. Ngon đấy. Kiếm đi. Rồi kiếm con hết rồi.